What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. What's going on? How's everybody doing today? How am I sounding? Are we good? Give me a sound check before I get started. Good. What's up, Samurai? What's up, my man Wong Kim? Good morning, Matt. Sally, Will, what's up? What's going on, everybody? All right, guys. So, gonna do like the abridged version today. I actually gotta hop off the charts, but just wanted to leave you guys with some thoughts for the weekend. Basically playing out how I kind of thought it would. Pumping into equities, pumping into the 4,300 level, off the anticipation of good news from Apple and Amazon. Apple beat, nice beat, but Amazon missed pretty badly. You're seeing a dollar, make big moves. There's just so much uncertainty still in the market. And, I tweeted about this last night that, these bottoms look pretty poor. Just straight wicking action off of passive bids, at the 37, mid 37 level. And when it comes to a solid bottom, you want to see two-way action. You want to see two-way trade. You want to see market orders coming in, one side trying to be the aggressor of the other, and haven't seen that yet. So looking for vol to pick up. We're pretty much trading in the middle of value. When we look at the profile, you can see these are some of the worst daily profiles I've ever seen. Just no real distributions, kind of all over the place, pretty flat. It's not really something you want to see. You want to see profiles chunky at the lows or the highs, and on a trending day, chunky at the low or the high, and then balancing days in the middle. And it's just like we didn't get that this week. So thinking more vol to come, and I'm just staying low time frame, focus on my trading right now. So daily value high, daily value low, and not playing in the middle, because I'm sure a lot of people got chopped up yesterday. That was some breakneck whipsaw action, and you just get crushed in that. So kind of waiting for the big move, up or down. It's looking like down right now, the way equities are looking. Weekend, not really expecting much tomorrow. Saturdays have been not very telling pretty much all year. And Sunday we'll get some confirmation of where we're going Sunday evening. So that's how I'm playing it right now. Looking for the big trades. The small scalps in the middle are just trash. You want the at least 1% move, or it's not worth taking it. So with that, we'll get into it. Gilberto, what's up, my man? Gilberto hooked me up with the new icon for my YouTube. So shout out to him. He's the man. Great guy. Shiv, what's up? All right, let's get into the charts. No alts today. Gonna keep it simple. High level stuff. And on next week early when I stream again, we'll have more confirmation, and we could really dig into the next plays, right? All right, so let's look at BTC. All right, so as I said, on the earlier stream this week, is that this level here is not looking great. Let me get my tools ready. This is not looking like the best level too long anymore if we get down there. You're seeing, we're at this high volume node, which is around 39. And, that breaks solidly. You get volume down here, pushing down, acceptance out of, today's daily range. Probably going to see those lows over the weekend. I think we definitely see those lows over the weekend if stocks close down like they're looking right now. As I told you guys, I think this level is better for a bottom. It was a strong level back here in February, early January, again in March. So I'd like to see that touched. Seeing a lot of people, making 30K calls and all of that. I'm not there yet. I think that between 35 and 36, you're gonna get a pretty decent, solid fight for a bottom there. Obviously, we have this wick here. Maybe come back down and fill it. But 30K is down here. And we got many levels to touch before that. So it's not really a good time to be trying to get into a swing and hold it forever. I mean, it's right now, if I was swinging, definitely on the short side. You can see the rejections here, and really volume dying out at the highs. So definitely higher probability of down than up. That's for sure. So let's take a look at equities real quick to see what we got here, because that is where the focus should be. All right. So let's look at the daily for equities. Let's clean some of this stuff up. So, taking a look at the S&P, right? We have, look at these daily closes. I mean, that was a terrible daily close that we had yesterday. Rejection at these highs again, and it looks like it's breaking down, right? Taking out this previous support level from late January. So, if this holds today, it's not terrible, but if we close below this 42, if stocks close below this 4,200 level, I'm looking for these lows again. And they've been tested, 3 times now. Not so sure they hold again. And, just taking a look at the profile here. So you can see that below these lows, it gets very sketchy. I mean, look at this gap that you have, and we could zoom out a little further on that. Hold on 1 second. So this is not where we want to get into, right? That is downtown. I'm expecting this level to break, if not next week, then the week going into the interest rate increase. So looking at this, I'm not really bullish about risk markets in general. And it's not like I'm not hating on Bitcoin or crypto. It's just, this is just what it is. This is what we're dealing with right now. These lows break, gets pretty ugly. I mean, that's like another 5% down for stocks. So keeping an eye there. Another thing that I'm looking at is, you got the dollar. The dollar is just ripping. So, interest rates around 3%. You got the dollar ripping up. It's not really looking bullish for risk assets. So was expecting an up April. Just having a down April in general is just a bad sign. April is usually the strongest month of performance, but this time is different, right? We have inflation through the roof. We got interest. You got the 10-year at 3%. Geopolitical things going on. So just erring on the side of caution is best. And shorts are preferred over longs for me right now. But that could change when I see that bottom put in. And we'll get into that. But just going back, looking at the levels, going all the way back to, this is basically a year right here. We are at the strongest point or the highest point of volume. So we're just hanging around here. But when this breaks solidly, this is not going to hold. That's for sure. This is just a temporary bottom to me. I don't think that holds over the next couple of weeks. It just, we're making lower highs, lower lows. It looks like a trend, guys. Looks like a trend. And alts are looking even worse. I haven't played alts all week. I've just been playing the easy coin to play, the most liquid coin. You guys know how I do. So, at this point, it doesn't really make sense to talk about higher levels to me. Obviously 48, we got, this is what we got. So we got these highs, which we weren't even able to hit, volume dying out at the highs before we could get there. And then, this 42 level. So that's what I would be looking for if this manages to hold. If, maybe stocks close and crypto wants to pump over the weekend, obviously just look for like 4,500 again. But I think of any kind of trending move back up here, I would not expect that over the weekend. You can kind of get that out of your head probably. Test of the lows again. This create like these huge wicks off the lows. I want to see something solid. And I mean, look at our 4 hour candle that we're on right now. Um, so that's just my thoughts. We need to see a solid bottom put in, and until then, there's really no good trade. There's really no good long here. Um, short here, short here. That was the play. Um, all right. I guess we'll take a look at ETH really quick, and then we'll get into the profile and TPO. So, you guys know my levels for ETH that I've been calling, pretty much bring it to your attention for a bit, right? So 3,000 is the level for ETH to break. Shut down here. That was the short. Same thing with Bitcoin, not being able to retest, weakness. These lows, I mean, if you look at the profile over here, I mean, not much. Not much compared to, in this whole range, not a very strong level. Thinking that, coming into here, so right around 2,600, I think that's a stronger level to long for ETH. But, not 100% sure that holds either. But this area here looks like an area of demand to get involved. Break below 2,500 and, it's back down to the lows. But with ETH, right around this 2,400 area, not a lot of action down there. Yeah, wicks, just it's let's go here. Sorry. So, like I said, 2,500. So this 2,500 level is definitely a level to watch. 25, highest volume node right here around 26. So this is an area of demand where I would maybe attempt to get involved, depending on, order flow when we get down there, depending on, like I said, I want to see two-way traded. I want to see a fight. I don't want to see passive bids just sitting here for a bounce. I mean, that's great for a short-term trade, but I'm looking for the big one. And, with ETH, I would like to see something down here before I would make a, medium-term commitment. Below 2,500, I don't want it. I would short a break an acceptance below these lows. See how far that would go. So we got a trend. It's not looking like up. This breaks, you got serious resistance here. So not bullish on ETH. 2,600 to 2,500, I would get interested. These lows again, I don't really want it. So that's ETH, and you can look at ETH as a kind of representation of alts in general. Bitcoin making a lower high yesterday, but ETH making a much lower high. Seeing a flight to quality in crypto. Same thing where you're seeing in stocks. You're seeing a rotation from growth to value. And I think that's going to continue um, going into the summer pretty much. But we could pump here and there, but just temper your expectations for what's to come. We're getting towards the ranging, boring summer months. That's just the reality, guys. We are just getting towards a point where you kind of play a bigger range, take your trade, and go to the beach. Any questions so far? What's up, Brooklyn? EU decided suicide. Any questions, or we'll just jump into the TPO? All right. You guys are being easy today because, to be honest, man, it's not. There's not much to talk about except for these big levels. We're just kind of in limbo. Like I said, these are some of the ugliest profiles I've seen in a while. I mean, this day you got single prints all in here. We came in here, we retraced all those single prints, fixed this profile, rejected before we can even get to the naked point of control up here, and like I said, these lows look pretty piss poor. Just no thickness at the bottom, no high volume. Just wicking off of passive bids down here, and that's not usually something that leads to a strong trending move. If anything looks like a trend reversal day, it's definitely this one, right? That's your P. That signals down. We're looking for the B. We want this one. We didn't get it this week. So, to keep it simple, as simple as it could be, I want the B. B is for banks. B is for getting money. And we don't got it yet. So, looking for that. You guys know. So, like mid 36s is where I'm aiming. So mid 36 to mid 35s, which is the naked point of control from 34. So where are we? Hope everybody has a good weekend. It's getting sunny here in New York, but it is like still cold. Still gotta wear a jacket. I'm ready to put my jacket away. So there we are, right? So 35.5. That's where I'm looking. Between there and basically mid 36s. There's not a lot of volume below 37.5 and 36.5. It's kind of a naked area going back. So that's just where I'm at. It's pretty just boring, ranging, until we see something solid. If you look at the profiles going back, if you go back to the previous week, you can see this 4,800 level. That was a solid looking top. This is pretty solid looking as a top. and you look at the lows and you're not seeing what you're supposed to be seeing. So that's that. That's the profile. You know, took my short up here. Actually closed it for now because I'm going to be hopping off. And Bitcoin just wants to keep pushing. And, you know, I'm looking for the strong rejections. Like down here off of this low, not that great. Not seeing the imbalances like at the highs. Like you got no sellers up here, just complete rejection. But I'm looking for the big play. This is like it's pretty boring, and I want the one that goes. You know, I don't know about you guys, but it's getting to the point where you know, it's getting nice outside. I know it's not just me, and I want to trade, and I want to get in that trade as it breaks levels, add to my trade, and hold it for a bit. These little, you know, scalps. I mean, this is 700 points. I got out at 38.9, but it's not the action that I want to see. I'm not seeing anything solid. I posted last night that Bitcoin is playing with our emotions. You know, it's getting you hyped up. You're like, all right, you know, it just keeps holding down here. It's these lows held, and there's buyers everywhere. But, you know, this is a lot of buying delta to go sideways. This is, I mean, domination of buyers. 244 million delta. You know, this is FTX. You look at your exchange. I look where I play, and I look where the volume is. You know, I get some hate on the internet about like, oh, you're charting FTX, but like, I don't know. You know, the Bitfinex whale doesn't you know, he's not something that is in my everyday analysis, right? So, you know, so huge buying delta at the highs, rejection, all buyers here yesterday, going nowhere. And you know, it's just not looking good, guys, for up to me. So that's just, you know, my thoughts. We went over the levels. You got this naked point of control up here on the volume profile. And, you know, let's look at the weekly. I mean, look at this week. It's just all blue. All blue for no movement, you know. So, yeah, the weekly is not as telling as the daily, but it's like I want to see this. I want to see this, like these fat at the lows, you know, and then a distribution higher. And we're seeing like these basically balanced kind of weekly profiles. It's just not, you usually just don't trend off of something like this. You know, you trend off of something like this, fat at the bottom, and then more movement. So next week, who knows? You know, like I said, we're at a point where if equities make a big move, providing a tailwind for us, or if, I think we'll see over the weekend when equities are closed how bullish people really are. But right now, it's just like I'm okay with stepping away. I'm not thinking that I'm missing anything when I'm off the charts right now. You guys will know when the vol picks up where we're going, and it's not there yet. Seeing vol drop off, at the 48 highs, we're 24 billion, 19, 17. Want to start to see that picking up, but this we could reverse here, but I'm just not sold on it right now. I mean, just look at the stock market. I try to separate stocks from what I do, but it's just like when Bitcoin makes a move without the stock market, it's just like, it's just there's just a delay of when the stock effect hits crypto. So it's like you can be all good, like, oh yeah, we're going up, and then tonight equities closed down below 4,200 and they dump it Asia session. So that's just what I'm thinking right now. Any questions? What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Any thoughts? Any input? I'd love to hear from you guys. Just sitting here right around the weekly POC, trading within value, and you want to see this volume at the highs expanding, and we're just hanging out in the middle. I mean, last week, like, this looks pretty terrible. Just high volume within the value area, and just no continuation. So, positive thing is that we are seeing buyers here, but the negative is they're dying out at the highs. You get in, you get to these highs, you take your profit, you walk away, you do it again. And that seems to be what everybody's doing right now. There are no buyers coming in at 40 and a half. I mean, it's just ghost town. So until I see that, I'm looking for that solid low, man. Give me my solid low so Bitcoin could go. That's the mantra right now. Yeah, Ruko, it's going to be a long year, my man. It's going to be a long year. It's going to be a boring summer. Get out, do some things, chill with your family. It's not going to be a trending, we're basically going to get back into a situation like last year. Now, I'm not saying 30K is where we do it. I really do feel like the bottom is getting higher for Bitcoin. More people coming into the space. I can't watch TV without a damn crypto Bitcoin commercial popping up. So people want to get in, but I don't think 40K is where they want to do it. So this is what I'm expecting for the summer. And, for the summer, I mean, like, starting the end of May. Basically after the rate hike. We're going to be in something like this, but with less vol, because, last year being the bull market, you had more vol, you had more people, getting involved, a lot more volume back here than we're seeing right now. So the range isn't going to be as large as this. We're not going to be playing 30K to 42, or what is this? Or 40, yeah, so like 42. I'm thinking something like, 35 to 40. Or if we get down, maybe we see these lows again. Maybe people just lose interest over the summer and wait for August again. But this is what I want to see play out. I can't call a low. I can't say where we're gonna completely bottom. But when we get something like this, I want to play that big range. I want to play this trade. I want to play 32 to 42 and go about my life. That's what I'm expecting. We're going to get there. But, you could see, like, you got pretty much from July, all of July, we went nowhere. All of June really went nowhere. Obviously, there's a bunch of trades and scalps to be made in here. But, I'm just going to be trying to get into the big ones, hold them, and add, the positions where I could just lever up and, make what I would make in one trade, instead of 100 trades. That's where I'm getting to. So, capitulation coming, AA? I think so, dude. I really don't think that enough pain has been felt here, guys. I think that people got false hope and they're just lying to themselves. You can see here, like, we are just looking to break down. This level, this composite POC, this is a year of data, and we're not bouncing strongly off of it. It looks very weak. So I'm fading every pump until it breaks down. That's the mantra. Fade the pump, look for the breakdown, until I see something that shows me that people really want to buy this coin. All right. So, the calm before the storm, bro. I agree, man. This is just a lot of people getting chopped up, a lot of people losing money, paying the exchanges. It's, the long is not the way to go. You could see it. Lower lows, lower volume. Lower highs, lower volume. I'm really not interested. Every pump is a fade until I see that solid bottom. That's it. So with that, I think that we'll wrap it up there, guys. Not expecting much from the weekend. Get outside, enjoy the sunshine, come back Sunday afternoon and, look for direction. Possibly a Sunday pump into futures like it's been happening for the past couple of weeks. But, not expecting much. Boring. I'm bored. I want that. It sucks to want a dump, but a dump fixes our problem right now. You need to bring back in the high time frame traders that got out at 48 and are just sitting on their hands. The big money wants lower. The big money is not trying to buy right here within value. It's just, it's not what they want. So, sorry about that. So 30, 36, 7 down to that naked POC on the TPO that I showed you. Below that, look for the lows. That's it. So with that, everybody have a good weekend. Thank you for joining. Always promise that we'll get back into alts, talk more about that stuff, but you know, not expecting up right now, guys. Stocks looking like they're having a little recovery, probably going to close above that 42 level, but you know, we need to flush some people out, bring back the high time frame traders, bring back in the volume. That's what we need right now. So anyway, you guys have a good weekend. God bless. Good luck. I'm probably gonna be laying low tomorrow. On come back Sunday. Get ready for it. Thanks again for joining. If you're new, like, subscribe. Appreciate all you guys for joining, and we'll chat early next week, and I'll catch you on the Twitter. All right. Peace, guys. Later.